Hey, how would it feel to know that every day you are being guided, right? Just being guided towards your life purpose, knowing that every step and decision that you're making is for your higher and greater good, not only for yourself, but for those around you, because I really feel that as we live in alignment, we ripple into the people that surround ourselves, the energy that we give out is different, and that inspires others. And then they start working through their life purpose and so on. So, how would that feel? Like, let's just daydream for a little bit. Or have you been tired of not knowing what that purpose is, what that next step is, what the right decision for you is to make? I know that throughout this journey, some of you know that I was doing something completely different. I was doing engineering for a long time before I found my calling as a dream interpreter. And even though I enjoyed it at that time, but it was kind of like going through the motions and feeling like there was a little bit of resistance. It wasn't like something I wanted to talk about all day when it was my day off. However, dream interpretation, I can talk about it literally on weekends, day off. It's my hobby, it's my work, it's my everything. So I can have that sense of the not knowing and just kind of going with something that was just work and the difference of what it is to feel like it's a life purpose and a calling. So if this sounds like you, I would love to know where you feel like you're at. Are you just working? Is it just a job or is it a calling that you're doing every single day? And this just doesn't pertain to work because your life purpose doesn't have to be work related. But I do find people constantly asking or expressing that they're feeling lost and not motivated to do, to go into work, which is what we're doing most of the time. We work and then come home and then we have our me time, or you socialize, or whatever it is that you do with your family after. But there's a good portion of time that we're working. So if that is not in alignment with your life purpose, or it just doesn't, something just doesn't feel right, then these are the two tools that I want to share with you that you can use to help guide you through every decision you make. And let me reiterate again that this is not just work related, because you can have your job and your life purpose could be something else. Um, I find it easier to express it in terms of work because that's how my mind works, but it definitely doesn't have to be the same thing. So the first thing is astrology. Astrology is the mapping of the planetary energies that were there present the moment that you were born. And it still allows for free will. But the interesting thing about astrology is that it shows you where your destiny is. There is a specific marker in your chart that shows you where your path leads. And this, I find that as you start working with it based on that astrology chart and that marker, things just kind of start flowing better and you just feel like you are not breezing by, because life still happens, but it's a lot less resistance and a lot less obstacles in your way because you are flowing with these energies and working with them instead of against them. So that is the first one that I love pointing people to. Not only is it the specific marker, but the whole chart as a whole is going to show you where there's more emphasis for you, where there is more energy based on where the planets are, the house it's in, the signs it's in. I don't want to get too deep in it because I don't know how many of you here are astrologers or just dabbling in it. But just to give you a broad idea, astrology is huge in giving you that guidance, not only towards your life purpose, but also on a day to day, really tapping into how you're feeling when a certain planet is retrograde or two planets or clashing together can help you work with it instead of feeling like, oh boy, it's Mercury retrograde again. Let's not have any deep conversations or sign any legal documents for the next 3 weeks. You can work with them to really explore things within yourself, to grow, to have that personal development. And all of that is also going to lead you towards that life purpose. Feeling like you are doing everything for your higher self and like you are not alone when obstacles come your way, because they happen. That's just part of life. We are always faced with challenges, and there is kind of like this uh, the norm is to like, oh, challenges are hard and we want to just be in gratitude all the time. But it is important to see the challenges as areas for growth and always reconnect back to where that path is leading you towards. What is that goal or destiny? And not in the sense of like you reach it and then you cross it off. It's not, we're not running to a finish line here, but it's really feeling like every day you're living with intent and with that purpose instead of that autopilot going through the motions that can leave you feeling depleted and just restless and not enjoying this beautiful life that we all have, right? So astrology is the big one. I would highly recommend checking out your chart if you haven't. And if you're curious about that, I do have a mini workshop where you can plot your chart and I kind of walk you through it real quick. But that is the first one that's going to help you with your guidance. And the second one is dreams. Of course, dreams are going to show you what your truest desires are. Every night, it's going to show you where your heart truly lies, where you're not fulfilled, what changes need to be made. So start noticing what patterns are showing up in those dreams. And you can do something really cool where you ask these questions, ask specific questions for your dreams to show you the answers and be guided in that way. So I really feel like the dreams are helping through the subconscious. As you are sleeping, these images are showing up throughout the night, really showing you what that true passion is, where your heart is leading you towards, and you can work with that. And then during your waking life, you can use astrology to really see what planets are influencing you in that moment, as well as the awareness of how you're feeling it, how you are addressing these energies, addressing these energies, because one small thing that I'll share here is that there is no such thing as good or bad in astrology. It's only highs and low points. So if, for example, you've heard me talk about certain low points in a sign, if we are in the new moon or a full moon, in Aries, for example, and aggression can show up or jealousy can show up because of that fiery sign, it's not saying that that's negative. You're just expressing the low side of that, and you have just as much energy to express the high side. So by being aware of how you're expressing the planets that are influencing you, keeping in mind that you still have free will and you can continue going down that path, or you can work with these planets, learn how to work with them to guide you towards your life purpose, as well as observe the dreams that are showing up for you. Putting these two together is just going to be life-changing, and I would really love to help guide you through that. So that is what I am going to be sharing in my upcoming program, how to use these two tools to guide you through any area of your life, just really helping you learn how to work with them, so that you can work towards being your best self and just see all the beauty that comes from these two tools that you can use every single day to just help you feel guided, supported, and really in touch with your truest desires and your true self. So that's what I wanted to share today. I would love to hear in the comments if you've had an astrology reading before and how these dreams have been showing up for you, or if you've ever considered these two things as tools for your day-to-day life. So let me know in the comments, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.